Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode in Nadine's IT Lounge. So, today I am showing an app that I made for a friend. His name is Christoffel. So, he came to me and he was like, Nades, I need an app to help me with editing my menu. It's so hard doing it on my computer. And I said, no problem, because I'm such a good friend. I said, no problem, I'll make it for you. And don't even worry. I'll make it so good that you can even add and remove meals from the menu. He was like, really? You can do that? I was like, yeah, no problem. Just trust me. So before I show him my draft of the whole app, I wanted to show it on YouTube. So comment any stuff that I could improve on. If you want to see a part 2, which is like the finished product of the whole app, please comment and tell me if you want to see it, because I would really like to know. Alright, so I'm going to start with my introduction for my app. So it starts off with cravings of the heart. So we all have cravings, whether it's late at night, whether it's the time of the month, or just in general, we all have cravings. So my app name is called Cravings of the Heart, and the theme of this app is Ratatouille. But I really liked how the movie was, and it really inspired me. So this is our welcome page. It says, welcome to the Cravings of the Heart, the most desired app to extinguish all your cravings as quick as 1, 2, 3. In the footer, you have one click away from the taste of your life, which is what I believe in this app. Since this is a draft of my app, I don't really have a lot of pictures over here. So stay tuned for part 2 and you will see the finished product with the pictures and everything that makes it look amazing. Alright, so there's a button called Get Started. So you tap on that and it takes you immediately to the main menu. In the main menu, you will have 4 starters, 4 mains, and 4 desserts. This is what Christoffel gave to me. He was editing the stuff. He saw my rough draft of what I want to do, and he's like, yeah, I already have 12 dishes, and I want you to add it. So I said, no problem, send it to me. So I added all of these stuff, and how you filter through everything is you tap on the magnifying glass, which will give you a filter to the main menu, which is what we just saw, the starters, which is what the starters, the main, and the dessert. So when you tap on starters, you get taken to, or navigated, shall I say, you will get navigated to the starter menu. So with the starter menu, you get the titles of every single dish, a description of every single dish, the label that it's a starter, and the price of every single dish. So this helps the person on the other end of the screen navigate easily through each page and understand what they're getting into, because we don't want to see something so nice, want to eat something so nice, but then not know the price, and then when you get to the end, when it's add to cart, and then you see the price of it, is hey, this is not right. So you go back to the magnifying glass and then you tap on the main button, which will navigate you to the main, and it's very similar to the starters menu. So you have the title of the dish, the description of the dish, the label that it's a main, and the price of the main. And then as you go back to the filter screen, there's a dessert button, and when you go to the dessert button, which navigates you to the dessert menu, you have the name of the dessert, the description of the dessert, the label that is a dessert, and the price of the dessert. Since it's very easy for the user to see, it's very simple, it's very mindful, and it's easy to use. So this is the filter screen, and since I'm showing you what Christoffel, my friend, will see, I'm going to show you a hidden page, which is the add to menu page. So when you click on the plus, it gives you the add to menu page. Ooh, so fancy, right? So since I love red velvet cakes and I want to add I can add red velvet to my menu. So I'm gonna type in red velvet. Then I'm going to describe my red velvet cake, which is a rich velvety red cake with a hint of cocoa, topped with smooth cream cheese, frosting for the perfect touch of indulgence. Alright, so my description for my red velvet, I'd rather name it a red velvet cake. So my dish name is a red velvet cake. How I described my red velvet cake was How I described my red velvet cake was a rich, velvety red cake with a hint of cocoa, topped with smooth cream cheese, frosting for a perfect touch of indulgence. Very descriptive. I'm so sorry for my stutters and my other stuff. But the courses, you get to choose between a starter, a main, and a dessert. So since this is a cake, we're going to go with dessert. And with the prices, I'm going to make the price 70 rand. And then you will, in a later stage, like in a part 2, I will add, like you can add a picture, but for now you don't need to worry about a picture. And then you can add the item, and as you can see, after I pressed add, there's an alert that popped up. It says success, menu item added successfully. So we are in the dessert menu, and it shows, see, red velvet cake, a rich velvety red cake with a hint of cocoa, topped with smooth cream cheese frosting for a perfect touch of indulgence. And if you say, hey, I don't think I can make this, or it's not the season for this, you can hold on the menu, the meal in the menu, and you can delete it. So the alert comes up saying delete item. Are you sure you want to delete this item? So you can press, well, I want to delete it now, so I'm gonna press delete. And as you can see, it's deleted. And here's some cool stuff about this, right? So let's say we typed in red velvet. We don't add a description. We add it as a dessert, and we don't add any prices. So what we left out were prices and description. Then we type in add item. But this is error handling. So this alert pops up saying please fill in all areas. So my friend Christoffel, he's kind of forgetful. Don't tell him I said this. This is a secret I'm only sharing with y'all. So he's kind of forgetful, and he'll forget some stuff. So I have to add this error handling so he doesn't forget everything. Like sometimes in the past when he was on his laptop adding stuff, he would add a dish name and forget to even add the prices. So the people wouldn't even know how much the stuff costed. So I had to add this error handling. And as you can see, I'm just gonna type in random letters, and I'm just gonna add a random price. But after I filled in everything and I added to the menu, it's successfully added. And as you can see, when you add the menu, it takes you directly to where it's labeled. So when I added my red velvet cake and I selected it as a dessert, it immediately transferred me to the dessert menu. That's very cool, no? But I'm not gonna make it look weird, so I'm gonna delete my one. Alright, this is all the time we have for Nadine's IT Lounge. Tune in next time and comment if you want the part 2. I'm willing, and I really want to make that part 2 because I really want to share it. Thank you so much. Enjoy your day and don't forget, always tune into Nadine's IT Lounge. Bye bye.